Hello everyone, I'm Susie Moore and today I'm really excited to talk to you about the importance of asking questions. This video is inspired by an article that I wrote for Greatest.com, which resulted in a whole lot of questions from you. From a young age, we're usually told not to ask a lot of questions. Don't interrupt the teacher, hold your comments until the end of the meeting, and figure things out on your own. It was only upon deep reflection after turning 30, I've realized I've achieved many of the dreams in my life, moving to New York City, having a meaningful career, and finding the love that I want, because I haven't been afraid to be vulnerable and ask for what it is that I wanted. The good news is that anyone can learn how to do this more frequently and effectively. If you aren't afraid to take action, anything really is possible for you. I really believe that your life's path can come down to a few defining moments and a handful of important questions. Here are 7 questions that I asked that fully changed the course and quality of my life. Number 1, would you like my phone number? I said this to my now husband. In my 20s, I was living in Sydney, Australia, and one night my friend and I were debating whether or not to go out to a concert. We almost didn't go, but at the last minute we decided to stop by. I spotted a tall and handsome fellow in the crowd, and I was really pleased when we were pushed together and got chatting. He made me laugh and he seemed really genuine and friendly. Before my friend and I left, I asked him, why don't you take my phone number? He did, and he called the next day, and this year we celebrated 5 years of marriage together. Number 2, can we discuss my salary? For my first full-time job, I was a recruitment consultant and oversaw a whole lot of salary negotiations. Working in human resources, I also understood how replacing a high performer is extremely time-consuming and expensive. So I knew my value as a hardworking and high-output employee. Since then, I've negotiated my salary in each new job, and each time I've had an increased responsibility or a good amount of success. As a result, I've never complained about my paycheck, and I've earned the same, if not more, than some of my male counterparts. Remember, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. Number 3, may I buy you a coffee? When I was 25, I arrived in New York with no connections, no network, and in desperate need of a job. I asked peripheral connections, so largely people who I met through LinkedIn introductions, to meet me for a coffee. 25 lattes or so, and a couple of months later, I had 2 awesome job offers within the really competitive online advertising industry, and I accepted the highest paying position. This really kick-started my professional network, which has grown exponentially over time. Never underestimate the power of a face-to-face meeting, and don't forget it's a two-way street. Always connect other people when you can. Number 4, could I please ask you a favor? So many of us are really happy to help out other people, but will never ask for help in return. Don't deny others the pleasure of giving back to you. Personally, I like to ask for help with things like dog sitting or setting up parties or making connections to new people. As I'm quite a giving friend, people are normally pretty happy to help me out, and it makes my life a whole lot easier. It takes courage to ask and allow other people to help you, but one of my favorite observations is the natural cycle of reciprocity that naturally occurs when we allow ourselves to receive. Number 5, can I write for you? I wanted to write for the online publications that I love to read, so I took the chance to reach out to the editors and pitch my ideas. As a result, I was thrilled to have my work published in various media outlets and have the opportunity to interview such well-known figures like Arianna Huffington and Sarah Blakely and Kris Jenner. My theory is based on this formula that I learned in my sales career. Qualified activity times volume equals conversion. All that means is that if you ask decision makers often enough and approach them with thoughtful and considered ideas, the results you want will eventually come. Number 6, may I have a discount? This question has saved me thousands of dollars on items from designer shoes, to flights, to furniture. It feels like a bit of a game to me and I love it, even though it sometimes embarrasses my husband. Before making the purchase, I simply ask, could we work out a deal here? Often I'll offer to pay in cash, buy in bulk, or write a sincere Yelp review. Try this at least once, it might even get you hooked. Number 7, what do I really want? This is perhaps the most important question of all, and I come back to it personally frequently. When was the last time you paused and asked yourself what it is that you really want? Maybe you haven't in a while, or maybe you actually never have. On an unhurried day, take an interrupted quiet hour just for yourself. Close your eyes, breathe deeply for a few minutes until you feel calm, and direct your attention inward. Ask yourself, what do I most want in this world? Remember, you don't have to go with the flow. You don't have to satisfy other people's expectations. I've had a few course corrects in my life: an early divorce, some necessary partying pauses, an unfulfilling yet hard to leave because it paid a lot corporate career. At those times, I come back to myself when I need to, and I allow my inner intuition to guide me. Our intuition is rarely wrong. Ask yourself what you want, and the job, relationship, city, fill in the blank will materialize. Then you just have to give yourself permission to pursue it. Now, I would love to hear from you. What question have you asked in your life that had a really positive impact? Or perhaps not so positive an impact, but you're really glad that you asked anyway? And please remember to comment in the comments box below. Thank you, and see you next week.